Always like to have you up here, Rocco, to open the show. All right. Welcome, everyone. It's actually today was Rocco's birthday. I totally confused his birthday with my niece's. So today is actually Rocco's birthday, and he wants to talk about Hong Kong and gold miners and silver and ARC stocks. So you can't hear him, but he's barking right now. It's pretty intense. Let me share my screen. Pretty interesting market moves today. Always like doing the end of week, get a lot of insights when you stack. So I like to do this. So today, Hong Kong, this one continues to be the little engine that could, building up a nice advance off the lows, but that rallied 2% today. While the ARC stocks, ARC had a tough week and a tough day today. Oil and energy, very heavy commodity, negative on the commodity day. Those areas fell at least 1.5%. And on the week, what really happened, what really made some noise is the gold miners, the juniors and the majors trade to new 52-week highs. Specifically, gold miners made 52-week highs today. I think the juniors did it earlier this week. And silver advanced 5%, at least 5% in the past week. So it was actually 6.6. And while ARC loses nearly 6%. So we'll get into it. Let's take a look. In terms of SPY, really fast. Let me change my screen. Yeah, so we're kind of hitting our ceiling here. Let me get the chart up first. There's my nice mug. Let me put this over here. Yeah, but so the market, again, a lot of mixed, interesting messages. I'll just say that. We're at 521, call it. I'm rounding for the close here, looking at upper Bollinger Bands for limits. Right around 523 is where real resistance steps in. Obviously, of course, pretty cute to say because the all-time highs are at 525. I thought we would stall for sure around here if you're going to hit your upper limits, and then we chop around to 510 in the interim. The one thing that gives me a little bit of pause is VXX continues to make new 52-week lows, and we're trading in such a compressed range. But let's get into what moved today quickly. I do this video a little bit early because I got to go. But so Hong Kong, what we were talking about in the opening was this has been a monster rally off these lows in mid-April. Amazing, fantastic, from 1465 all the way to 1740. Just a monster run. And this resistance here, almost like a preview of what we're seeing in FXI, if you can get that 200-day stop, just downward sloping with a serious slant down, that velocity, if it can start to stabilize, this could be an area of massive improvement. And, seeking investor dollars. I don't like when things run up entirely like this. And I just think I'm looking at another chart as well. Yeah, I think this should mean revert a bit to at least like 16. So I don't want to get involved. That was a big mover today. Kind of the only big up area today. I know SPY was up 0.1. Qs were up 25 bips. Russell was the big loser, down 75 bips. And vol also came in, which we'll talk about. A big down mover, ARC stocks closed down 3% today. I think we were talking about this a couple days ago. This one's been in focus. This looks like it was a beautiful short from about 46.5. This is a beautiful, just getting denied right here. I don't know specifically what day of the week this was. This was last Friday. So Friday, 46.60, bounced down. Same thing here, 46.60. Couldn't get its head over that. And then again, three strikes, you're out. Complete breakdown, and now it's got a 42 handle. So pretty spectacular. If things get ugly, I do like about 41 for a downside target for this, but unfortunately did a lot of the heavy lifting today. Yeah, but that was a big mover lower today. Let's take a look at oil. Oil is, yeah, this looks like a nice setup here. This has been basing for, I want to say a week and a half since the 30th. I like this after we peaked on just April 12th, a little about a month ago. At 75, we are today. Then it was 83. Good support. See, the opposite of what we just saw in ARC. It was trying to get above that 46, and then it collapsed. Look at the support here. It's telling you that it wants to support this 74, and we're trading with 75 handles. So I don't think you have to run too much, downside. The only thing is I would curb your enthusiasm to the upside, maybe 78, like in a couple of weeks around here. So this would be a slower trade, but I don't hate the setup. XOP also slid with USO. The XOP closed 1.7 down. Let me see here. Probably similar setup. This one's off its back a little bit better. This one's actually sprung up a little bit better looking than the oil chart. This is like it began its ascent, 21 exponential moving average right on 153. So I think you get a little bit of pop with that, especially when you have the asset to support it. Typically when oil moves up, XOP will move up as well. If you think that's going to rally, this could be a nice mover as well. Don't need both though, of course. But yeah, nice setup here as well. This one looks like it's taken off. I'd rather enter USO. All right, quickly. So the top 5 gainers of the top past 5 days. GDXJ, if you were in this for the past week, congratulations. I don't know who was, but this was the absolute best market trade, long or short. Because if you timed it, look at the bars here from 40.5, even with the loss today, to 43.5. Yeah, the GDXJ, like I said, it made its high last month. The GDX, the bigs, did it today. So pretty interesting. I mean, it came very close today, the GDXJ. It came within, my goodness, 44 cents. It came within, okay, $1.20, less than 3% or so, it looks like. So pretty impressive. In terms of the chart, yeah, this ran up quite a bit. If you believe in the story, I would get in around 41. But this was the best trade of the week. A lot of these are correlated. Back when it was tech, I said, I think with the video a couple days ago, a lot of the move was tech correlated, semiconductors and K-Web and Bitcoin-ish and things like that. Now we're totally back in the commodity slump or the commodities trend. So silver was the other one, the second best long of the week, up 6.5%. So pretty massive off these of lows right over here. Also telling you it likes that support right there, 2380. That is pretty strong. Bounced right up to its next level. You could see this bunching, this convergences of moving averages around here, 25. And then it looks like it wants to potentially revisit those 52-week highs. I personally like an entry closer to 25 on this if you don't have a position. All right, nat gas, the third best long of the week, up 5.5%. Let me see where this is in its trading and its harmonic cycle. So hitting its head here on its upper limits and Bollinger Bands around the 1660 level. Let me make the chart smaller because it's such a piece of crapola. Yeah, I mean, that's a 200-day moving average way up there at 22. Massive move up. Yeah, I don't like this. And if anything, I think it should mean revert to 1530. This is not the trade that used to be, in my opinion, of, continuing rolling, put spreads. It looks like the low really was put in here in mid-April. I would have to revisit to get really, get bearish on it. XLU utilities, a lot of the rage this week after hitting a 52-week high today, 52-week highs. A new one yet again. I think we said this, it looked extended. It was actually down on the day, but 15 bips. This looks like it wants to at least first stop get to 69.35. I just think it's way overdone. Then again, if the market bases for the next 2 to 3 weeks, this may become an attractive area. But utilities overbought makes me feel like everyone's kind of smoking crack. It's hard to do that. And Eurozone, the 5th best long in the market. So I actually got a signal a couple of weeks ago on the EUFN, which is the European Financials ETF. And it's good to see that the entire nation now actually just hit a new 52-week high after essentially doing nothing since February. You got to take a breather. Superstar stock, though, especially after breaking out of that downtrend from early October, ultimately putting in a low right around the same time we did. And looks good. Higher highs, overbought from all the way of mid-October to mid-December. And it did it for a flash here in March, and now it's approaching overbought as well. I would enter right here. I would probably like an entry closer right here around 50, but this area looks good. All right, to the losers of the week. ARK, the biggest loser of the week. I think we did this chart already, but I'll do it really fast. I just spelled ARK with one too many Ks. That's probably down a little bit more than the week, I'd hope. All right, so... yeah, I think we said this. Yeah, popped 46 a couple times, 46.70, and then woof down. Thing is, like I said, I think it goes to 41, but I'm not going to enter a position here. VXX, quickly, 52-week low on this puppy. Crazy. We've been looking at this. I know you always got to be careful about charting, non-time series charts, securities, but still looking for 11.95 for that bottom. And today we actually hit 12.03. It closed very close to it. We'll see what happens on Monday. This, when VXX continues to make new lows, tells me the market wants to at least creep higher. It's just interesting if we correct higher towards new all-time highs on low volume. Typically, you do want to see low volume on powerful rallies, but it's just a little I don't know. I just think we had our run up this past 2 weeks, and now we're going to base for a couple of weeks. India had a not so fun week, down 3.7% on the week. I want to give this a little bit more time, maybe till the end of the following week, and see if you can get it in around 43.70. See if this hangs in there. You get around here. I think it's a nice risk to reward. I think this is a nice velocity here to this slow. This looks like a good trade. INDA would be other trade if you need more liquidity. Bitcoin, not a fun area to be in this past week. The fourth worst area to be in, the fourth biggest loser in the market. IBIT. Let me see how this looks. We've been liking this trade for a while. The only problem here is it looks like you're going to have. Let me pull this up for a second. It looks like you're at best maybe going to get this rally to like 36. It just looks a little. It looks like it mustered a lot of energy already to get from 32 to 35. I just don't love the way it's trading right here. I'd have to think. I mean, let me see here on the other chart. I'm looking also, I'll just say it. I'm looking at Bitto in another chart, and I think this has a date with 26. There's a lot of convergences at 26.76. So that's $2.20 or 8%. I'd say absolute top rally, yeah, to around again. So 10% would be $38. No way, Jose. You're not going to break above this resistance. I don't need to do further math. 36.20. So I don't love that. It's had a bitter week. And lastly, XBI, the fifth biggest loser in the market this week. So let's see how the setup is. I actually had a friend talking to me about this and thought that it was going to rally. We were messaging here and thought it was going to run. I said at full disclosure, I said it's going to, I think, go to maybe 90 last gasp. It got to 90, what's the top of this wick? Hit 91.70, and now we're trading at 88. Right here, the setup, I just don't think it does a ton. I think it's probably going to visit 83 over the next 2 weeks, around there. Yeah, I'd say more downside. So for the to recap, I know that was a lot, but I do got to hop. But yeah, this market this week was about gold miners, silver, both of those things running. The commodities seem to be running again. And then short ARC stocks. They are not loving that pain. So people are buying gold, those kinds of commodities, metals, and then shorting good old Kathy Wood. All right. Have a great weekend. All the moms out there. This market is a mother to trade. But for real, happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.